Okay, so these are the topics that we are going to cover. So what is and why Findbugs? So Findbugs looks for bugs in Java programs. In fact, it uses a static analysis to inspect Java bytecode. So it's actually more than just looking at the source code. It actually checks the bytecode for occurrences of bug patterns. So these bug patterns are in fact have been identified during the past, let's say, 10 years or so. So it's highly actually reliable. It's not a style checker. It's actually bug finder. So it is actually based on concept of bug patterns, and your bugs can actually arise from variety of reasons. For example, difficult language features. If the language features is difficult to use, then you might in fact misuse it. Misunderstanding API methods, misunderstanding when code is modified during maintenance, and many mistakes like even typos. So these are the things that could be found by Findbugs. So bug categories. So there are in fact quite a bit of bug categories. Bad practice, correctness is basically a parent coding mistake resulting in code that was probably not what the developer intended. Internationalization related. Malicious code vulnerability. So this is actually security checking. Multi-threading code, performance, security, and Dodge code is code that is confusing, anomalous, or written in a way that leads itself to errors. So different type of categories. So if you actually go to this website, like the bug descriptions, and then you're gonna see all the Findbug descriptions. Okay, so and you can see these categories here as well. These categories. So bad practice, correctness, and malicious Dodge code. And so if you just take a look at, for example, cross-site scripting, this is actually XSS, the JSP reflected cross-site scripting vulnerability. So this is a security-related bug patterns. Okay, so let's actually get back to here. And these are some examples from bad practices category. So method invokes system.exit, and invoking system exit shuts down the entire Java virtual machine. So this should be used only when appropriate. So the reason is because such calls make it hard or impossible for your code to be invoked by another code. So instead of calling system.exit, consider using throwing a runtime exception. Okay, so that is a suggestion. And don't use remove all to clear collection. So instead of using remove all collection, it is suggesting to use clear. Okay. So use clear collection object and call clear method instead of remove all, because remove all to clear collection is less clear, and is susceptible to errors from typos and less efficient, and some collections might throw concurrent modification exceptions. So you can see some of these bad practice examples that are found by Findbugs. Impossible cast, and the instance will always return false. So again, you can certainly take a look at these examples. These are just provided as examples to give you a sense of what kind of things Findbugs are in fact finding. And reliance on default encoding. So this is related to internationalization. Okay, so how to get started? Basically, you can run it on the command line, and you can in fact run it in either text mode or GUI mode. Okay. And typically you're going to run it again inside the Maven or inside your IDE, again just like checkstyle and other tools. These Findbugs are all integrated with continuous integration tools such as Hudson and Jenkins, and also it is actually a tool that is used by Sonar. Okay, so let's do Findbugs handle app. So Findbugs. So this is an example of running UI mode I'm sorry, text mode, and exercise 2 is a GUI mode. So you can actually run Findbugs in the GUI mode like this. Okay, and you can certainly run it inside your IDE. So that's the only thing that you can actually talk about here. So running Findbugs in Eclipse. So you're going to install Findbugs Eclipse plugin. Again, you go to Eclipse Marketplace and just find it, and then you just install it. Pretty straightforward. And this is a configuration. So you're going to actually see enable project specific settings, and here these are the things that you want to check. Okay. So let's try to run it. So we are going to actually run Findbugs. Kind of hard to see. Oh, here you go. Okay, Findbugs, and then we'll just call Findbugs. So right now Findbugs is being used to see the Findbugs here. So this is actually from the check style. So I'm going to actually disable the check style. So I'm going to actually go to check style and clear check style violations. Okay, now let's see. Okay, so I'm going to actually run the Findbugs one more time. Yeah, so this might be violation. So if you actually go over here, avoid unnecessary comparisons in Boolean expressions. Okay, and this one is avoid. Yeah. So I'm not sure exactly. Oh, okay. Yeah. So avoid that kind of patterns. Let's see what is the one that we actually find here. Oh, okay. I was actually looking for this one. So Findbugs. Okay, so this is the one. Oh, it looks like I haven't configured. Yeah, so this is one of the examples of performance. So I have to actually configure. Let's see, Findbugs. Here, actually, I go to properties, and I'm going to actually go to Findbugs and enable project specific settings, and we're going to actually select. Okay. Yeah, so I mean these are examples that are found by Findbugs. Yeah, I need to actually configure to actually see what I'm gonna see actually in this particular the documentation. Okay, and you can also run the Findbugs at the command line as well, as we have seen in the slides, and also as a Maven command. All right. Also, a question from. Forest. Does any of these tools support tracking non-Java code? As far as I know, the answer is no. Okay, these are all Java-based tools. So let me move on to the next presentation, which is PMD. Actually, before we do that, let me just save